What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on EI Entertainment Studios. Back with another debate episode. Now, this one is a little different. We've never ever done this before. Not most, all of my debate videos have been Shin Godzilla, except one. I did one with Godzilla 2014 and I think Kong. But other than that, it's always been Shin Godzilla versus another monster, mostly, modifying the monster to a Shin universe. But this one is a different approach. You see, Godzilla, or any Godzilla, including Shin Godzilla, is not included in this. This one is strictly between the probably the biggest and the most dangerous monsters in the Kaiju universe. Until Toho Cinematic Universe, until we get new Kaiju. But for now, these are the strongest, the scariest of all. Shin Ghidorah versus Shin Kaiser Ghidorah. And this is going to be probably one of the most interesting debates that I've ever done. And I am excited to get into this debate. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, if you're not familiar with my debates, what I like to do is go over all the characteristics of each monster and then go through scenarios of them fighting and then see who comes out on top. Alright, so let's begin. So what I'll do is, since I did Shin Keizer Ghidorah already, by the way, I've already done both of these monsters with Shin Godzilla, so I will leave the link to those videos in the description below. But since the latest one was Shin Kaiser Ghidorah, we'll start off with Shin Ghidorah. Now it's cool because I've done Shin Ghidorah, but that was before I was doing all these cool specifications where I would make these cool characteristics for these monsters. That was before. So these are brand new abilities that Shin Ghidorah has fit for him so he can fight Shin Kaiser Ghidorah. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go over the characteristics one by one. So let's go ahead. So the height of Shin Ghidorah, he will be standing at approximately 432 meters tall. Okay, that's very, very big. Now, abilities are my most favorite part, but we'll go over that last because it's the part where I need to explain it the most, right? So, wingspan of this creature, okay? Wingspan is 600 feet full body, so that means 300 feet each wing, which is still really, really big. Not as big as Kaiser Ghidorah, we'll get to Kaiser Ghidorah, but still very, very big. Aggression, this creature is ultimate, passes the scale of aggression. Alright, it's BMS if you guys don't know, a lot of girls use that, broke my scale. Territorial, yes, very territorial. Biome, the biome for this creature is actually the same as Shin Kaiser Ghidorah, which will be electric. Now, abilities. Ooh, what are the abilities of Shin Ghidorah? What is different of Shin Ghidorah than regular Ghidorah or King Ghidorah? So let's start off. The most basic thing that Shin Ghidorah, I'm so hesitant. I keep on trying to say Shin Kaiser, and then I keep on saying, I'm like, okay, Eric, it's Shin Ghidorah. Stop spazzing out. Okay. Abilities. First of all, the most basic one is atomic laser, right? Just like Shin Godzilla. Why? It's like the highlight of the Shin name, right? The atomic lasers. And Shin Ghidorah has those. It's very self-explanatory. Each head has the ability to shoot out atomic lasers. Now, excuse me, okay. Shin Ghidorah has less abilities than Shin Kaiser Ghidorah, but they are very interesting. So both of these are very... Okay, the next one I'm going to say is very gruesome, but it will actually make sense. This is called Okay, this is called the head rotation ability. Now, you have to really listen carefully to understand this ability, alright? So, it's actually very gruesome, and it actually makes sense because Shin Godzilla is a very disgusting creature. Now, imagine the heads of Shin Ghidorah, okay? Imagine just cutting them in half. Like, literally, like, not like in half horizontally, but vertically, like just like slicing it, and then each corner opening to the one left, one right, right? And then a big, very big spike in the middle, right? So each head splits open, and out of them comes out 3 huge spikes, which connect into one big spike, which becomes the head and can penetrate anything. And that's actually a similar ability to Shin Keizer Ghidorah, and we will get there very soon. So pretty much, just to give you another highlight of what I just said. So oh my god, I was going to say Shin Kaiser Ghidorah. Shin Ghidorah can split all his, like, up to his neck open. 3 huge spikes come out made of cartilage, but they're very, very sharp. Connected, and then they all three connect into one big spike that can then fly into and penetrate almost anything. There's a lot of connection abilities with these 2 creatures. Now, the next ability of Shin Ghidorah is the Breath of the Phoenix. Now, the Breath of the Phoenix is a very powerful, intriguing power that Shin Ghidorah has. Now, remember when I said that he has the power of atomic breath, like atomic lasers through his mouth, right? Now, what he can do is he can make them into fire. So imagine the laser and the fire into one. Each mouth possesses the same power. So when Shin Ghidorah uses the power or the breath of the Phoenix, all those 3 lasers and like atomic breath mix connect into one and turn into a very, very large sonic boom and then hit the opponent. It's a very, very powerful ability. So that's it. That is Shin Ghidorah for you. Now, we're done with Shin Ghidorah until we get to the fight. Let's focus on Shin Kaiser Ghidorah. Now, if you have seen Shin Godzilla versus Shin Kaiser Ghidorah, you know all the abilities, you know everything. But just for other people's sake who haven't seen Shin Godzilla versus Shin Kaiser Ghidorah, I will go over everything that Shin Kaiser Ghidorah has, how he's different than Ghidorah, or Shin Ghidorah, and how he's different than the original Kaiser Ghidorah. So, height. Now, if you haven't noticed, I haven't been doing backstories for these creatures because this video will be way too long if I do it. So I'm just gonna stay away from the backstory. Okay. So, height. Shin Kaiser Ghidorah's height is 332 meters tall. Abilities. Now again, I'll just say the abilities quickly right now, and then I'll go over them one by one, and then we'll get to the fight, the part where everyone's waiting for. Abilities. Atomic lasers. Oh my god, what a surprise, right? Power consumption. Shooting horns from head. Lasers from tail. And connection ability. Wingspan is 800 feet full body, so that means 400 feet each wing. Aggression, very aggressive. Again, not as aggressive as Shin Ghidorah, because Shin Ghidorah is the ultimate aggression. Territorial, yes, and as I said, the biome is the same as Shin Ghidorah, which is electric. Now, so we got all these stuff done with Shin Kaiser Ghidorah. Let's go ahead and get into the abilities. Atomic laser, again, self-explanatory. Each head can shoot atomic lasers. Power consumption. Now, this is ability that's kind of copied from Godzilla Final Wars. If you remember, after Monster X turned into Kaiser Ghidorah, he was one of the heads, or was it all the heads? I can't remember, but I remember at least one of the heads was sucking the power, the strength of Godzilla. Well, this Ghidorah, or this Kaiser Ghidorah, has the same ability. He can actually latch onto his opponents and start sucking up their powers, right? And just make them tired and weak and vulnerable. I can't say that word. Vulnerable and much able to kill. Shooting horns from head. This is a unique ability that he has. So he can actually, so you see how Shin Ghidorah or Shin Keizer Ghidorah has horns? He can look down and then the horns automatically refill, so he has unlimited horns, and just shoot the horns at you, and they're very sharp. It's kind of similar to the ability that Shin Ghidorah has. It's just like a smaller version of the spikes, right? Pretty much. Lasers from tail. So Shin Ghidorah can shoot lasers from the tail. And last but not least, the connection ability. Okay, I'm getting my ass whooped by Destroyed because I was actually trying to read the abilities here for Kaiser Ghidorah and play at the same time. I apologize for that. So connection ability. This is a very, very cool ability that he has. So what does that mean? He can connect all heads into one, and all his fibers, muscle fibers, everything into one, and become one huge dragon, right? Which will obviously tower over Shin Ghidorah if he does his ability. But will it be enough to defeat Shin Ghidorah? Now is the fight. This is what all of us have been waiting for. Let's begin the final analysis. Who will win, Shin Ghidorah or Shin Kaiser Ghidorah? Now we know that Shin Ghidorah is standing taller than Shin Kaiser Ghidorah, but so these two, now usually when I say, if you've seen my other debate videos, I like to start off with far range battles and then move into close range. Now I usually say far range battles don't exist because we see in the movies everything is close range, but for these two characters it's possible. They both can fly, so that means excuse me, so that means it's very possible that they might not get contact with each other. So the winner of these two fights is a best out of two. Whoever becomes the winner of this will become the ultimate predator. Okay? Now, if these two creatures were to fight far range, let's say they're flying, who's stronger? Now, let's say if Shin Ghidorah uses the breath of the phoenix on Shin Keizer Ghidorah, right? What can Shin Keizer Ghidorah use that would pretty much outpower him? The only way I see Shin Keizer Ghidorah kind of reaving back away from that is the connection ability. So I can see Shin Keizer Ghidorah connecting into a huge dragon, right? So let's take in the fact that both of these creatures have very tough skin. But even if he becomes this one full creature, I don't think he can withstand the breath of the phoenix. It will knock him down, right? It will knock him down. And all that Shin Ghidorah has to do is get the rotation, pretty much all the spikes connected into one, fly up, fly straight down into the heart of Shin Keizer Ghidorah, and kill the beast. That's what I think the outcome will be for far range. Okay? That's what I believe, far range. So the winner of far range, excuse me, is Shin Ghidorah. Let's move on to close range. So if these two creatures were to fight close range, I think that Shin Keizer Ghidorah might have the upper hand, and I will tell you why. There is a good chance that both of these creatures will bite each other having long necks. Now Shin Ghidorah having a little bit longer advantage. His necks are a little bit longer, but Shin Keizer Ghidorah is not that far from the game as well. So if Shin Keizer Ghidorah can somehow grab and bite onto Shin Ghidorah's head, one of the heads, he can start sucking up or consuming, or aka known as a power consumption, consuming all the power of Shin Ghidorah, right? But that saying, if Shin Ghidorah does not begin the head rotation and turn them into a big large spike, let me tell you, if Shin Ghidorah does that, there is no way, shape or form, that Shin Keizer Ghidorah is biting on that head. There is no head, it's a big cartilage of spikes. So that is gone, right? So that and I'm assuming that Shin Ghidorah will be using all of his power. So let's say he is using that power, Shin Keizer Ghidorah, the power consumption is a big no-no, right? Again, the small horns will not do much to Shin Ghidorah. The last choice, the last official choice that Shin Keizer Ghidorah has is the connection ability, become a huge dragon, but yet again, it doesn't change the fact that he's flying or not. Shin Keizer Ghidorah, not even affecting the fact that he has the spikes for the head, he still has the neck connected to his body, which can still form the breath of the Phoenix, and can again knock down Shin Keizer Ghidorah with an ease of a hit. And Shin Ghidorah can again penetrate and kill Shin Keizer Ghidorah with the head rotation spikes. 2 out of 2 winner, Shin Ghidorah. Now this is not the end though. I always say this, if you disagree with me in any way, go ahead and leave in the comment section below how you see a different outcome. I would love to have a debate with you and see what you guys think. But most importantly, leave requests on the next debate, and I can't emphasize the fact about this. These monsters do not have to be in the Godzilla universe. I've done many debates. For example, I've done God of War. I've done the Kraken from Clash of Titans. I've done the Meg from Megalodon. So, you know, I'm open. You can connect, like maybe a monster from Godzilla and a monster from the Gamma universe, or a Godzilla monster or something from like the Warner Brothers universe or Universal, anything guys, anything. I'm down to go wild with all this stuff. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. You know, again, if you do not agree with this or you agree with this, leave in the comment section below, leave the requests down. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.